Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I had to stop on my scooter in this little parking lot right here before I go to the gym and continue with this very busy day I have, and just get this video out about a fight that I really think I've slept on this fight for a long time, but in doing my preparation for this fight, as far as looking at the fighters and looking at, film, I'm very, very intrigued. I'm very, very excited about this fight, and I feel like more boxing fans should be intrigued and excited about this fight because Stephen Fulton, man. First of all, let me just say this: Stephen Fulton's fighting everybody and their mother at 122, whether it be Angelo Leo, whether it be Brandon Figueroa, whether it be now Daniel Roman. He's fighting the who's who of his weight class, and it seems like, universally, boxing media-wise, it's going relatively unnoticed. It seems like he's not getting his just due. But you know what? If nobody else gives him his just due, I'll give him his just due, because when you put it on a line like Fulton and you're fighting top competition and you're exhibiting the skills he's exhibiting, you don't deserve anything less than the best of credit from me. So yeah, credit to him. But Daniel Roman versus Fulton, good fight. I think this has a chance to be Fulton's toughest fight to date, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, now Danny Roman, I know he's got like three losses, right? Something like that. But Danny Roman is probably, out of all the guys he's fought so far on this little run at 122, this is probably the most experienced guy he's fought. Roman's been unified champion. Roman's shared the ring with good veteran fighters, such as he fought Shun Kobo early in his career. He fought TJ Doheny. He's fought Merjan Akhmadaliev in a very close fight. Who else? Ricardo Espinoza. And just a lot of guys that were live bodies. Guys that were live bodies that came to win, that came to really beat him. And when you look at his style, I think he's got some things going for him that maybe Angelo Leo or Brandon Figueroa didn't have going for them. Example, I think, Angelo's a friend of the channel. I love Angelo, and I think he'll improve as a fighter. But Angelo Leo is a fighter that I think in that time, in that fight, and in a lot of fights, sometimes he has defensive lapses and can get hit more than he should. Roman gets hit too, but I think Roman gets hit a little bit less. A lot of that's just due to experience. So there's that. Factor in that, I think Roman's a much more technically sound fighter than Brandon Figueroa. He's a lot sharper. He's not relying on his size and athleticism. He's more so a guy that's a sharp puncher, more of a technician, a guy that can punch going backwards, a guy that can punch going forwards. And look, I give Fulton all the credit in the world. We haven't really seen his stamina issues come into play since he stepped up to the championship level and fought Leo and Figueroa. But if you remember, if anybody who's really watched Fulton, you guys would know that Stephen Fulton had stamina problems in the back half of that Adam Lopez fight. Now, I thought that would be a factor when he fought Leo. It wasn't. I thought it would be more of a factor when he fought Figueroa. It really wasn't. And so I'm waiting to see if there's a fighter that can actually make those problems from that fight come back, because we haven't really seen it since. I think Roman, he has all those things I mentioned, but then he also has like the championship experience, to where if this is a close fight, it can get him over the hump. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But from the Fulton side of things, right now, I think if you're a boxing fan and if you're honest with yourself, you gotta be honest. Stephen Fulton should be talked about as one of the best fighters in the world, because there's not really many, if any, fighters that are doing what he's doing, taking on undefeated champion after undefeated champion in their prime. All right, he didn't wait for the weight class to be in his benefit. No, he's fighting all these guys at the absolute best. And the question becomes for him, or for Roman, I should say, as good as Roman is technically and as experienced as he is, and as crafty as he can be at times when he's doing those catches and counters, will Stephen Fulton just prove to be a little bit too big, a little bit too fast, a little bit too strong, and a little bit too good for Roman at this point? Stephen Fulton has shown that he can box with the best of them, but he's also shown in his last two fights that he can fight these Mexican American fighters and that love to press you and impose themselves on you. He can take these guys that are very good at that, and he can beat them at their own game. You know, and that really says a lot about a fighter when you're not really known for a particular style, but you can adapt your style to the other fighter's style, which is more favorable to him, and then still beat them at their own game. That's that pound for pound shit. You know what I'm saying? So, will he do it again? Will he three-peat it? Will Fulton be able to three-peat it with these tough Mexican-American fighters coming forward, getting on top of him? Will he be able to three-peat, you know, pushing him back and beating him on the inside? You know, we'll see, because that's been the most impressive thing about him so far. If that doesn't happen, which, look, I don't think he's going to try to do that against Roman. I think Roman is, like I said earlier, different to Leo and Figueroa, as to where, like, he's more defensively responsible and he's more of a sharper puncher. So I see this as a fight more where you see Fulton use more of the boxing skills. You see him use that size. You see him use that jab. You see him use the frame. You see him use the speed. And as he's doing that, I see him looking for counter-punching opportunities, because, look, Roman is going to throw punches. The opportunities are going to be there. And I think for Fulton, he'll have plenty of time to take advantage of those opportunities. But all in all, look, guys, I know all the talk this weekend is about Haney and Kambosos, and it should be, because it's the first undisputed lightweight championship fight since we had Pernell Whitaker win an undisputed lightweight belt some years ago. So it should dominate the headlines. But don't sleep on this fight. This fight might turn out to be the fight of the weekend. This fight might also turn out to be the toughest fight of Stephen Fulton's career. And I don't think enough people are talking about it, and rightfully so. I haven't even talked about it enough. I mean, I did my one little video about it when the Showtime schedule was first announced. But this is a video now more of where, like, I went back, I watched the film on Danny Roman, and it's got me very, very excited about this fight. So, you know, really, really good challenge for Fulton. The winner of this fight could be, potentially, hopefully, if PBC ain't on their bullshit or nobody's on their bullshit, winner of this fight could be looking to fight Mirjan Akhmadaliev later in the year, the unified champion for all the belts, undisputed at 122. So we might just get an undisputed champion at 122, hopefully. But you know, I want to see that. You know, I think it's good for the division if we get an undisputed champion there. I think, especially if Fulton wins this fight, I think Fulton has earned the right to try and go undisputed. You know, Stephen Fulton, like I said, not many fighters, if any, are doing what he's doing. You know, he's got 20 wins in the professional ranks. 9 of them are against undefeated fighters. So it's quality over quantity, and that's to me why if you were doing a pound for pound list, you'd have to include him on there. But I rambled enough. You guys, let me know what you think about this fight in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button, and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, you know, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.